family. Look at that in a second.
The Bedards had vacated the premises. Carl gathered they would be of no help.
August 14th, 1970. Jean-Luc never had a knack for mathematics. Try as he might, he'll never realize that he simply cannot be the father of the child I'm bearing. Oh, that's great. But how can I be sure? I have to keep this a secret. Why would you write it down? At least until the time is right, when I'll be safe. Dr. Bupre told me that it would start showing soon, and I couldn't keep it hidden forever. Gotta muster courage, he said, in unusual condescending tone, courage to face what's coming. He doesn't get it at all. For him, I just had some childish affair. He doesn't realize that I brought eternal damnation upon myself. September 14th. Marie is very sick. Jean-Luc plunges into despair. I told him nothing about the evil growing inside me. Sometimes I get the feeling he could see right through me. And Marie is suffering, and I'm the one to blame. Lord Almighty, why do children have to pay for their sins? Alright, so we gotta head out to the shed. I was back here. Just in case, let's get a gun. I'm all worried to run into. Was it by this shed or? Must be another shed out here. Maybe? Can't really see the fantastic weather. My God, I can't see anything. Tracks. Believing there's no shed back here. So I'm wondering, was it at Martin's place then? Let's head back. So I wonder if we follow the wolf's tracks, that will find all the campsites? Is that where the wolf is doing, is following campsites? Man, it's really hard to see. I don't see a shed here. Let's hop in the house just because I feel safer. I'll read what it said again. Oh, It's found. Yeah, so it's at his dad's. We got Blaze house, which is further away. Okay, so we got the key with the magnet, or the wire hooked to the magnet, so we can use that. I'm hoping that they're talking about a big car. I'm hoping it's not the car that ran me off the road that was theirs. Yeah, there was another house further down here. On the right-hand side, I believe. Can't even tell if I'm on the road. Just gotta try to find a mailbox. There it is. $15.56. This place this is. Roy's house. Safe to go out. Am I gonna find anybody at all in this place except for my dead employer? We fled. It's getting too dangerous. More people live in North Manistan. It'll be safer there.
It was a classic Canadian house, except for the absent horde of kids that would normally be swarming about.
Put it away. Matthew had just added murder to his curriculum as he was fond of new experiences, especially the most thrilling ones, and taking the life of flesh and bone individuals who the night before was still able to think, dream, fantasize, calculate, read, held a promise of exhilarating sensations. Unlike Raskolnikov, it wasn't about axing an old Jewish hag to pieces to test some lunatic theory. Not at all. Matthew just wanted to know how it felt. It seemed so simple. Horribly simple. He didn't have any particular victim in mind. Like most people, his desires ran quite wildly. So he only had a vague idea of them in mind. He pondered using a rifle or a knife, assassinating a young girl or an old man. He tried to focus on my God, I can't even read. Practicability. His victims would have been defenseless. Bodybuilding wasn't exactly Matthew's strong suit. He would have to act spontaneously, but not too much. He wasn't eager to learn what spending the rest of his life in prison would be like. Some experiences carry just too high a cost to be worth it. Oh, close that. That. sure what water bottles do. Steaks. Okay, ketchup, tomato. Oh, phone.
The photograph was snapped not too far from here, Carl noticed. The couple seemed to be very good friends. The couple radiated something akin to lightheartedness, to freedom. Perhaps some people out there truly found a way to live happily ever after. A picture of Wilfred in his youth. Carl figured right away that the man must have been some kind of wildlife officer.
No light? Switch. Behind the door? Use the flashlight. Oh, fantasy page 2. It was around the time that Matthew met Beatrice. Mediocre beauty at best, the girl with her distinctive features, cheeks covered with large pox-like freckles, jus nose, oily forehead, tired but vibrant eyes, shaded red hair, slender as a child body, chirpy laugh. You name it. She was the very image of innocence. That happened to be precisely the kind of victim Matthew was picturing in his mind. One night he was contemplating the ceiling from his bed. He swore to himself again and again, killer. Dreams were later filled with images of imminent crime. He had come to a simple enough plan. One fine evening he would visit her place, to become familiar with the area's intricacies and feel closer to the impending murder, to slowly dig into Beatrice's thoughts, desires, dreams, and abilities. This way, he would be able to get concrete sense what his sinister deed would be stripping away from the very fabric of life. The whole thing would take 2 days to get most.
All manners of clothing were gone, as if the Rois drove out of town with their closet in tow.
Everybody has that kind of fabric or clothing. Canopoly. So. Go. Page 4. I need to find page 3. Damn. There's page 3. The first time he met Beatrice, however, she unexpectedly revealed her troubled origins to Matthew. She was adopted at the age of 4 and, recalling her former life, still gave her a hard time. She played the piano in so graceful a manner that people often thought she might be a natural offspring of a musical virtuoso. She also cried before falling asleep, torn from the inside by the dreadful pain she couldn't explain. She confided in him so profoundly that Matthew couldn't get enough, coming back every night to learn every single thing that would come out of the delicate mouth after pulling one last breath out of it. Every night he reflected on what the death of Beatrice would mean in terms of loss of humanity's common heritage, be it the sound of her sobbing or the piano melodies, compulsive tapping of her long index finger on her temple when she harbored dark thoughts, or any other little thing. It didn't matter. Everything would indiscriminately vanish. Everything. All these thoughts made some blissful slumber indeed. When days became weeks, before he knew it, it was Matthew's turn to throw his secrets at her. His hopes, his cries of despair, as a throwing a coin into a wishing well. She'll be dead by the end of the month, he promised himself. Alright, so let's see if I can get to 4. Like, this thing gonna keep growing? Because, oh my god, that's gonna be a huge deal.
A murderer's diary. Carl's detective training compelled him to write some excerpts down. What sort of monster could give life to such a bizarre tale?
The two lovers were still going at it 7 months later, though confiding fears and desires alike near the fireplace several days a week. The populace took notice, and woundy words eventually found their way to Matthew's ear, prompting him to take action to prove his gentlemanship. He had to ask Beatrice's hand in marriage. He would have more than enough time to kill her later. Today, when Matthew stares at a motionless ceiling, just like he did 20 years ago, he still wonders what it would be like removing from existence by slitting Beatrice's throat, what he would be depraving his children of then. As it soothed by his fantasy, he gently drifts, smiling in the night. Creepy dude.
Not a single weapon was left. All of them were gone.
All of them. Okay, so is there anything else?
Simone de Beauvoir, Claude Lévi-Strauss, Hannah Arendt, Roland Barthes. Carl was surprised by the literature filling this liberal-leaning bookcase. Could there really be intellectuals dwelling in this far-off land?
Are you saying people in Northern Canada are stupid? I don't see anything else here. Save? I think I will. Like anything else is here. I don't know if there's a specific order I'm supposed to be doing something. I don't know. So, let's look at the map before we go any further. So, those are the campfires. We can go around the lake, so we can go past gas station and maybe take a left. Or should we look at the Blaze House? Let's go look at the Blaze House. That's to the left after the intersection. Yeah. Find the key. Like I said, I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. I'm just going to every place. Slow down. I still have a hard time seeing. Okay, so we gotta turn in here because of the tree. Go across the bridge. Left. Think I can. Okay. So by the shed. this chest. Am I able to go in the house? I don't remember. Can. Several, because there's a note under. Mountain Blaze. My sweet Marie, please excuse my handwriting. I'm in a hurry. I have to leave for North Manistan with Mom, Mrs. Roy, as they say it's too far, or it's far too dangerous around here these days. I don't know how much about what's going on because Mom won't tell me anything in an attempt to reassure me. But all I know is that she had the exact same expression on her face when I startled her. Dad and Mr. Roy aren't coming because they have gone to get Mr. LeChance. The real heroes. My mother lives in a very big house in North Manistan. You would be welcome there. Let's go now. Wait,
The key, which seemed to be meant for a padlock, bore an inscription reading Cloutier et Fils. A company name. Better keep an eye open. Businesses weren't exactly numerous around these parts.
okay, I already got the magnet. Someone ran out of time packing luggage. Man, they were in a hurry to get out of here.
Money in a jar. What a shame. Carl would have loved cookies.
I take money over. It's Carl. Or cigarettes. What, a hockey card? Was that what that is? Blurry. Whatever. Something has to be in here one of these times, right? Because I'm able to open them.
A pay stub for some undoubtedly harsh lumberjack work. Alexandre Blais felled trees and chopped woods for Cloutier et Fils.
Oh, they were real hurry to leave if they left the TV on. Hockey cards. I used to collect those when I was a kid, too. They most did. Everybody has an Etch-a-Sketch.
A window left open in that weather? Perhaps something had to be watched.
Tormented mind smoking. Took photo out of there? Everybody leaves journal. Has a journal. Weeze's diary. I fear the worst for Alexander. He hardly gets any sleep. I thought it was work, but it seems to be far worse than that. From dusk till dawn, he stares into the void. He barely speaks to me. His son asked him to play a ball, and he didn't say a word. That way he has to glance up to the window. Last night, I heard him mumble in his sleep, "He's coming." I don't know why, but those words left a deep impression on me. He woke up shortly after, covered in sweat. Couldn't remember his dream, obviously. He didn't want to go back to sleep after that. Chain smoking the night away window. He told me to pack my things in the morning. Wonder why. Does he himself know? Waiting, but for what? I feel the dread. I just do that? What the frick was that? I don't want to get my gun out. I don't. Now I'm paranoid. An unsolvable account. Over the past 2 days, lack of resources forced the death investigation of Pierre Blaise to come to a halt. The autopsy of the body conducted over the last few weeks didn't reveal any clue that could have helped the investigators, who refused to comment what would happen next. This new development was happening in the context of a hypothesis of an accident, which is still, in spite of skepticism expressed by the local population and the ongoing official cause of death provided by the authorities. The incident is said to have occurred in the forest surrounding Lake Atamipek. How was that? Atamipek? I'm gonna hack that every time. Pierre Blaise was found lifeless 2 weeks ago, near a footpath leading to the soon restarted copper mine. Blaise, an engineer by training who was working on behalf of a consortium headed by William Hamilton, reportedly charged the development plan surrounding the reopening of the mine. At first, police had disclosed the body had been desecrated. Today, the official version is that it is partly devoured by beasts, hence the original assumption that the crime had been committed. Can I at least... a crowbar on it? I swear I shut that door, too. And that fridge was not open.